What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Just finished watching the match and Barcelona get knocked out of the Copa Del Rey in the quarterfinals, losing 4-2 to Athletic Club at this MMS. Am I surprised? Not really. As soon as this draw came out, I knew it was going to be damn near impossible to not only win on the weekend, but to Real Marine, and then go to MMS in the space of 48 hours and, perform at a high level. But again, it just comes down to the moment that the players absolutely bottled it. And people might think, oh, I'm upset, Xavi out, blah, 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 but I hate to say it, I'm used to it. I'm used to seeing my team choke it when the going gets tough. I'm used to my team choking it when it's becomes a rough patch, a rough moment. In the past month, we've been knocked out of 2 out of 4 competitions. We ain't winning the other 2. So basically now a trophyless season is all but confirmed. I think we had a good spell in this game from the 10th minute until the 40th minute in the first half. Apart from that, we were shit. I mean, that second half killed us, and yet again, it is the defense that has cost us this season, conceding very early on in the first half, conceding very early on in the beginning of the second half, and conceding late on in the first half of extra time. It is these defined moments, singular mistakes that yet again cost Barcelona. If you look at all 3 goals today, it's not Bilbao, build-up play, work it, connection, goal. No. Both goals, for first 2 goals were Inaki Peña's fault, and the third goal, of course, Roberto loses it in the shit area, gets outbodied as well. There is nothing more you can do as a Barcelona fan. You have to sit here and just see out the season. Right now, we're at a point where we're just going to have to ride out the season. I have 0 expectations. Top 4 in La Liga. That's pretty much it. You can forget about the Club World Cup qualification as well for 2025. We ain't getting into that. And now it's just about, I think, for me this season, giving the youngsters some minutes and seeing out the dead blood. Roberto can pack his bags and go. Yeah, he had a great 1 week against Almeria and Las Palmas. Time is up for him. The likes of Romeo and stuff like that can all leave. We've suffered a big injury in Balde as well. He's going to be out for probably a month and a half, so he's not going to come back in time for the Napoli game. We have some bright spots in this game, though. I think Lamine Yamal, of course, big shine light from him. I think Arujo was unbelievable this game in defensive standpoint. I think on the ball, again, he is still absolutely woeful. Apart from that, I think everyone, played below par. I think the reason that you can highlight why we lost this game is because Barcelona do not have a DM. That midfield 3 of Gundogan, Frankie de Jong, and Pedri will not work in a high-intensity game against a very good side because there's no ball winner in that midfield. You don't have a conductor, you don't have a commander, you don't have someone who can stop those, attacking transitions for the opponent's side, and that's what kills today. I think that midfield 3 were absolutely shocking today from Gundogan, de Jong, and Pedri, although Pedri, I think, on the ball was very, very good. Did not lose. I think he lost the ball maybe once, maybe twice at the most. I think on the ball he was good. Off the ball, I think everyone was absolutely dreadful. I think even Koundé today, his passing was absolutely woeful. I think Ferran Torres had a good touch that led to the Lewandowski goal. Apart from that, he was dead. Lewandowski, apart from his goal, he was absolutely dead. What must man do, fam? I'm sitting here with absolutely nothing to look forward to. We're just past the halfway mark of the season, and our season is over. In regards to Xavi, he's going to survive the season, but come the summer, I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. Would I sack Xavi come the summer unless I see some big improvements from now to the end of the season? Yes, I would. Am I Xavi out at this moment? No. Because I know I'm never going to disrespect the greatest midfielder of all time by saying Xavi out, get out. No. Am I Xavi out? Yes. Do I think Xavi can turn it around? I think he has to definitely prove it. Where we end up in the Champions League, how far do we get in this league title race? Because not all you have is Champions League, La Liga, week in, week out, so you can prioritize that. But so do Real Madrid. The Real Madrid are in the same situation as us, but they lost 1 game earlier in the cup. It's all if buts and maybes and situations, and that's the problem with me. So I think there's absolutely no way. I think I'm not talking from my point of view. I'm talking about from the board. There's absolutely no way Xavi gets sacked now. I mean, who comes in? And we have big games coming up as well. I mean, it sucks. I don't know what to say. I'm trying to look now on Twitter to see some of the quotes from the players after the game. I don't say I've had some decent coverage the past few weeks, but I prefer to fight for the team. Fair enough to him. At this point, you can rest these players who've had this niggling discomforts here and there, blah, blah, blah. But at this point, I think there's going to be a lot of change in the summer, especially when there's these big offers for some of these players as well. When you have the likes of Kubarsi coming in, I think he had an unbelievable cameo. Kubarsi, I think Hector Fort was brilliant as well. I think Marguerite looked very lively especially when he had those few chances. But I think they were both. The first shot was straight at the keeper, second shot was blocked. But look, we got the second most difficult draw, which was San Mamés away. What would have been worse was probably the Atletico Madrid Wanda away, which actually, to be honest, I'd probably even say, San Mamés is harder because just the history and also our record there has been woeful. And it all comes down to essentially Ghana being knocked out in a fantastic, shocking fashion from the AFCON that lets Inaki Williams come back. I'll tell you this. I've never feared a forward more than Inaki Williams and Aduriz. Never in my life. Those two are the most lethal strikers that face Barcelona because they turn up against Barcelona. Inaki Williams, I think he probably has one goal against Real Madrid. Probably has 15 goals against Barcelona. Against Barcelona, that man turns into prime Pele, and Aduriz turns into prime Ronaldo Nazario. I've never been scared of those two players more in my life. I mean, Cristiano Ronaldo got nothing on them against Barcelona. Genuinely. All these 5 moments, if, buts, and maybes. Again, our defense this season has cost us. Whether you want to, pick and choose the blame, it is, if I can summarize this season in one sentence, the defense has been shit. And that's why we're in this position. Out of 2 competitions, struggling in La Liga, 7 points off the top, into the round 16 of the Champions League against Napoli, who, by the way, are woeful as well. So, that's going to be a 50-50 game, or if it wasn't already. But I really don't know what to say. We have to just plow forward. There's nothing else to do. Again, you can criticize, but the reality is nothing's going to change. Xavi's going to stay until the end of the season. These players are still going to be here. We have to wait and see. We can't just rush to conclusions. Again, if there was a manager available, I think Xavi would be under immense amount of pressure. No one's available. Season, still have the 2 big trophies left in La Liga and Champions League, which I think La Liga, there's a little bit of hope. I think Champions League, and forget about it. I'm not even going to consider that. But again, the players this season I'm not saying they have down tooled, but they have dropped an immense level since last season. I think from now to the Champions League is now Xavi's time to experiment. Try something new. Try playing Marquinhos up front on a consistent basis. Try putting Victor Roque there. Give more minutes for a min. Maybe try a new system. Maybe go with a natural double pivot. Start trying to balance this midfield 3. Have another attacker behind. Maybe try a front 4 of Victor Roque up front. Felix in behind him. Ferran on the left. Lamine Yamal on the right. And yes, we do have big players out with injuries. I'm very surprised that Cancelo, we did not see an appearance from him whatsoever. I think that means he basically wasn't ready. He was just given the green light just for banter at that point, because I'm shocked he didn't come in as well. You're missing the likes of Inigo Martinez. I think Ter Stegen coming back is going to change so much. Yes, Ter Stegen, you could say off his line isn't the best, especially in those, when you saw Inaki Peña make that save against Inaki Williams late on in the second half of extra time. But Inaki Peña has cost us 4 of our past 5 goals. Both goals against Betis were his fault. The first 2 goals in this game were his fault. If you watch the goals, he runs out a bit and then stutters and moves back. If you just commit, he gets all those aerial wins, 100%. But he gives the attacker way too much space and time. Again, this man is glued to his 6-yard box, will not move whatsoever. Yes, you could say the different profile of a keeper from Ter Stegen. Then bin him. He's not taking advantage of his time with Ter Stegen's injury whatsoever, in any capacity. I'd consider binning him in the summer. And you know what? If Ter Stegen was still fit, by the way, Inaki Peña would still be playing this game, because Xavi promised him at the beginning of the season he'd play all the Copa del Rey and Spanish Super Cup games, and Ter Stegen would play the La Liga and Champions League games. He promised him that from the beginning. So whether Ter Stegen's fit or not for this game, it would have been Inaki Peña. But with Ter Stegen probably playing against Betis and Inaki Peña coming in this time, maybe freshness, blah, blah, would have changed stuff. But I don't know, man. I think the players really need to check. They're going to get killed in the media, and rightfully so, in my opinion, as well. I think the only player who can lead this game with his head held high is Araujo and Lamine Yamal. But to be fair, Araujo has been his first good performance since the Bayern Munich rumor came out in November. But my God, they got to prepare for themselves, especially Xavi as well. I'm going to check Twitter one more time because I want to see what he's saying, because the media scrutiny is going to come with Xavi. He might, I don't know if he's going to make it out of it alive or not. Like, genuinely, only quotes I'm seeing is from Araujo. I haven't seen much from no quotes from Xavi. Again, Bilbao, they're not the best team. They won based on the vibe of the stadium. If this was at the Montjuic, we would have won this. It was because it was at the San Mamés, the atmosphere, and us conceding shit goals. And not only do we concede crap goals, we conceded in such a decisive moment of the game as well. So I really have nothing else to say. We'll wait and see how the season continues on. But again, utter disgrace from these players, and we're probably going to go trophyless this season. and we will wait and see how we do and finish off in the league, in the Champions League. I don't think Xavi's going to get sacked during the season. I think at the end of the season, though, I'd probably put it at a solid 75-80% chance he gets sacked unless something massive changes. So we'll wait and see how things progress. We'll wait and see in tomorrow's news video how the media reacts tonight. We'll give you guys the injury updates as well. We know Ball is going to be out for a month and a half. We'll wait and see if there's anyone else coming out with discomfort like Frankie de Jong, Hector Fort, Araujo as well. But disappointing night, of course, as per usual for Barcelona, and we'll wait and see how things turn out for the rest of the season. But again, it's the Copa del Rey at the end of the day. You have to take that into consideration as well. But of course, I'm absolutely gutted. So leave me your thoughts down in the comments below. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next time on the channel. Take care and Forza Barca.
Yeah.